Welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, Timepants, and today we are headed back into the Courtyard. So, what's going on here? This is definitely very different from basically any other content in Darkest Dungeon. So, I want to give the Flagellant the good old college try. So, we're gonna try and build up his stress just a little bit. And what am I thinking here? So, the plan is this. We are going to have our our occultist initiate with a vulnerability hex, and then we're gonna drop some damo against the marked target, right? We have two characters that get a big advantage against the marked target. We also have plus stun chance, so if there's a priority target, we can always have our Crusader jump in and we can always stun instead, have our Crusader jump in, hit something in the back row, and Robert is your mother's brother. So, let's get going. We did very well last time, actually so well that we just kind of stopped. But that's a good thing, and that tells me that I need to experiment a little bit more. Like, if things go really, really well, that tells me that we can have a bit more leeway, a bit more freedom, experiment with what makes a good party tick. So let's just bring all this. We brought a bunch of torches last time and got like no use out of them whatsoever. But this guy definitely has accuracy issues, what with his rabbies and all. So I think we'll get a little bit more use out of this. So I actually feel comfortable taking 2 stacks. Remind me to use them because I do tend to forget. But yeah, I think this party could tear it up. Okay, so I was wondering if the Ancestor was going to have that long lead in the way that he did last time. Fortunately, a little bit of restraint there. We don't need to hear it every time. And yes, just as promised, we started right back where we left off. So let's get going. There's a little bit unexplored here, so why don't we fill in this part of the map before we go onward? Because I have to assume this or this right here would be the actual line of progression. I don't think that's really the word that I'm trying to use here, but all right. Got the surprise. Let's do it. So, Hands from the Abyss. How far can you hit? No. Let's make this work. I fucked up. I really fucked up. I'm so goddamn stupid. Because now he doesn't have a way forward. God damn it. Alright. You know what? You gotta learn somehow. This is the training wheels coming off here, so it's alright.
Eradicated.
Not, as far as bad first rounds go, definitely could be worse. And yeah, guard this guy because he's dead now. So that was definitely a round well spent. Alright. You know what? That's why we brought the blue. So I'm glad that you're craving. I've decided I'm not gonna let the game bum me out about how, it kind of sucks that, like, basically, actually, that, yeah, basically everything that you do results in an insane likelihood of getting the Crimson Curse. So you know what? I'm just going to embrace it. You know what? If you want to give me the Crimson Curse, fine. I would say the problem is that you don't give me enough Crimson Curse. Okay, so you're going to do that. I'm shocked that he didn't bleed, but I guess his bleed resist is actually through the roof, so never mind. For some reason, yeah, I had him pegged as a bleeder, but clearly mistaken in that assessment. I'm gonna hold off. Or should I? No, you know what? It's what we brought it for, so yeah, let's do it that way. If we have to initiate. Oh, there's really just nothing. Alright. You know what? I am expecting that once we get here, it's gonna rejoin at some point. So let's actually go back onto the main path. And this was my big fear with making these episodes, that there was gonna be a lot of backtracking, and fear confirmed. You know, they say nothing to fear but fear itself. No, nothing to fear but a long, boring episode of walking. But you know what? That's all right. This is a chance for us to kind of reflect on our strategy, how well everything has gone so far. I know a lot of people have said that the Courtyard is just basically a stress nightmare, and that's definitely been my experience so far. But I'm experimenting with using fewer trinkets that like have a high
A fortune waiting to be spent.
you know what? Have like a high amount of like less stress, or like mitigating them with trinkets that do less stress. Okay, so let's figure this out. So we'll stun in the front. Get a hit here. Alright, and then we'll Holy Lance and get the kill. Not the most elegant first round, but it totally works. By the way, I was thinking about something. So, you remember that movie Aladdin? Where Genie gives you 3 wishes. And so Aladdin, his first wish is, make me a prince, right? What's this all about? Okay. So, first wish, make me a prince. Cool. He gets, a parade into Agrabah, and, gets the royal treatment. Second wish, please save my life from drowning. And a secret door. Okay. Okay, so we have to find a key, I'd imagine. But yeah, second wish, please save me from drowning. And then third wish, free the genie. It's a lovely story. But I would propose that Aladdin actually is owed one more wish. Now stick with me here. What's the name of the third movie in the series? It's Aladdin, King of Thieves. Now, the King of Thieves is not Aladdin. Who is it? It's Aladdin's dad, right? So, that makes Aladdin, that's right, say it with me, Robin Hood. No, that makes Aladdin, like, already a prince, right? So, shouldn't he get that wish back? Like, if he was already a prince, Prince Thieves, it seems like only fair that he gets, that first wish back, since, Genie didn't make him a prince, he already was. That's just bullshit. So, yeah, it really bums me out when people, like, welch when they say that they're gonna give you 3 wishes and they only give you 2. What? Like, I understand that you're an all-powerful demigod, but if you are in my service, I feel like I have an expectation that you're going to honor your end of the bargain and, give me those 3 wishes. Please and thank you. Well, we didn't get our kill. Hopefully, this asshole expires. He didn't. Okay. Well, in that case,
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
we still have a very, very good opportunity to wail on this guy. And we are under half health, so time to get some blood healing. All right. Hey, I feel like I'm starting to kind of get this guy. I'm starting to see what makes the flatulent tick. I'm excited. That feels like progress to me. And honestly, the minus damage isn't that terrible because, I mean, a huge amount of his damage comes straight up just from making things bleed. So that's not really a problem. Holy shit. Did we stumble on a good party? Like, completely by accident? That's amazing.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Yeah. Alright. Let's take one of those, get out of here. So, we have to find a key. If I were a key, where would I hide? I mean, you know, stick with me here. I feel like this would be kind of a good way to hide it. Like, who's going to go bottom first? Nobody explores the bottom of the map first. They, you know, work towards the sides. It's kind of like, did you ever play Earthbound? There's a character in there called, like, the Dungeon Master or something. And his thing was that he made, like, dungeons, like, you know, kind of your Dungeons and Dragons, your video game style dungeons, just kind of as a hobby.
Curious is the trap maker's art.
And really, you ambushed us when we stepped on your trap and we surprised you. But yeah, that's just kind of his thing. Is he makes dungeons fun. This was a terrible first round. Oh my god. Oh right, these things can't be. I always think that they can be stunned. Why? But anyway, one of the things that his dungeon says, it has these signs that are like fun dungeon facts or fungin facts. And one of them is like when when a player encounters the first fork in the road, like 74% go right. Right? I feel like I'm completely following that same logic here that, you know, when we were given that split, that fork in the road, and you could go, you know, up or down, they totally planned on everybody going up first. So that way you kind of inflate the dungeon, you make it a little bigger than it actually is, and you've got to do some backtracking. Shit. And so you kind of get a lot of value out of less space. Not thrilled about that. You? What? I mean, sucks to be you guys, because this is like the one thing the Houndmaster kicks ass at most of the time when he's not an idiot. So I think, you know, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it right now. We're gonna find the key like back here-ish. We're gonna follow this path, and there's gonna be a key right there. And I'm starting to wonder, like, is this... I mean, this is a veteran level dungeon, right? So, what if you get past here? You know, you get your key, you go fight your first boss, LeBaron, and like, you beat him, and then there's like another locked door, and you get the key like from him, and now it's a champion dungeon, and you just kind of pick up where you left off. I mean, do you kind of follow me here? You kind of see where I'm going with this? Yeah, let's target whistle, because we're gonna Holy Lance Defo. Vulnerability hex, maybe. That's not a bad idea. Let's just get him stunned so he can't work his bad magic on us. Let's just admit that this first round, whatever the Corpse Eater wants to do to us, he's gonna do. There we go. Alright. This guy's definitely in prime position to get walloped next round. That sucks.
Panic.
Yeah, you did. And yeah, let's work this guy over. Honestly, we didn't get a lot of extra value out of using the consumable, but you know, what do you bring them for if you don't use them? Like, we threw so many consumables just in the trash when we got back from the last round, so I don't feel bad about maybe using that suboptimally. Yeah, let's do it. You know, it's good to keep our stress low because you never know when that's going to get out of control. And now... Perfect. Alright. And... you dead. I almost, like... I feel like I'm inviting a ton of bad mojo into my life by saying this, but I kind of feel like the Crimson Court isn't that hard. I mean, the only thing, and maybe this is the one spoiler that actually like finding out about completely changes how you approach it and made it so much easier for me. But the only thing that I like found out about the Crimson Court, like the only finger quotes spoiler that I had, is that it's a stress dungeon. That's it. Like, is that the key? Because this doesn't feel that hard. Now maybe the boss is gonna romp us. Entirely possible. But this doesn't feel that bad. Alright. Cool. The bones hold riches. I have to say, I'm pretty disappointed in the assortment of curio payouts in the courtyard. Like, we haven't gotten a lot of... Of course, I'm gonna... Dude! Always talk to strangers. See?
Packs laden with
Wait,
loot
that's it?
are often low on
That's-
supplies.
That's it? What? That guy gave me so much stress. I think he gave me like a disease. What? And the... What? That's all? A torch and a shovel? You son of a bitch. Oh, God. Oh, man. I'm really disappointed with that. Oh, I was sure. I was sure that we were going to get something real good. And that's it? A torch and a shovel? Man. You think you know somebody. They go and do a thing like that. Alright, so we have to get him back in position 4. So, I honestly don't feel bad doing that. And... yeah, let's just wallop these guys in the front. Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't really have easy access to the back here. Am I right, guys? But, yeah, that sucks. This guy's gonna get at least one good... Why does everybody hate Fecamp so much? Like, that dude cannot catch a break. Every single time somebody has a bloodlust meltdown. Who's the whipping boy? Well, I guess it's got to be Fecamp. This is really unfortunate. By the way, please pardon the use of the weed whacker here in the background. My apartment's on the first floor, so yeah, sometimes that'll happen. Just we just pretend, you know, pretend like it's nothing. Just ignore it. And you know, I'm gonna let it stress build a little bit. So yeah.
Slowly.
All right, fantastic. That's yeah, these individual encounters do not seem that bad at all. I was really expecting this to grind me down, and honestly, this feels
unnatural and abhorrent.
oh, right. Okay. So I saw in the patch notes that this guy got a nerf. I didn't really feel like that was necessary, but maybe I'm gonna admit I might be the idiot here. You know, let's get that dodge down. He has a high resistance to debuffs. Sure. Okay, the accuracy debuff, I mean, that sucks. But we're just gonna wipe that off. Ooh, minimum damage. Huh. Alright. Yeah, I think they took his heal away. So what is this? I feel like we've got a reasonable chance to get this debuff on there, so I'm gonna try it again. Really? I mean, that was like a 65% chance.
A decisive pummeling.
At least he's bleeding, and he's gonna be bleeding for a long ass time. So that's fine. You know what? That's obnoxious. I just realized that maybe the Crusader is not the best character to bring. Ouch. Yeah, maybe not the best character to bring, because
The blood quickens.
Because yeah, we don't have a lot of access to all the rows. Yeah, let's just move you back, because losing that speed buff by having him in rank 3 rather than rank 4 is, I think it's gonna be noted. Oh, you. I'm getting a little salty. We're getting slapped around here, and I feel like we don't really deserve it. Lurking fear. Okay, so just take your buff and huh. Did not expect that. I mean, that makes Bloodlust even more annoying than I thought. Wow, that's really annoying. I think we still just have to get back into position and heal. Not a very fruitful round. Definitely, we have had better rounds than this. And that's going to bring him to the front. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. We do have to kind of get on our horse here and finish this fight out, because the longer this drags on, the less and less convinced I am that we're going to win. So, guys, I said like just a few seconds ago that I didn't see what was so hard about this guy. I'm kind of starting to come back around on it. Okay, good. Bleed. Excellent. 7 damage around. Let's get that heal up. I fucking hate you. But this should be the last round. I actually cannot believe that hit.
Such a terrible assault.
That is Death's Door. Alright. Well. I think we have to just take our kill.
A devastating
That's unfortunate. But hopefully that's it.
success.
Oh my
Clearly
God.
in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
That's great. Alright, yeah, this is definitely our first big treasure drop here in the Crimson Court, and that makes it all worthwhile. Alright, you're the only one.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
That doesn't seem very good. I mean, am I looking at these with the wrong set of eyes? Because some of these seem pretty dubious. This party might be on the brink. We actually... I think we'll actually call it here. Yeah, I think we'll call it. We got a boss fight. We got 2 treasures of varying levels of value. And yeah, I don't think you can ask for too much more than that. So we'll take the stress, and still, I would say that's progress. That was really good. So I don't know how many of those crocodiles we're gonna run into, but those things fucking hurt. Alright, we might need a little bit of downtime after this one.
Our estate was
But
the envy of this land.
Plot quest, Shrieker's Prize. Well, that was definitely a I would say a success. So let's keep grinding at the courtyard and see what the next run holds. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.